Hey yo, what's going on, gamers? Welcome back to episode 8 of AllTheMods 9 to the Sky. Right after last episode ended, I realized that I needed like a phantom model, so I went ahead and got it and had it placed in here, and it's just been running doing its thing passively. So now we have phantom membranes automated. And I also went ahead and placed item pipes across all of these chests, so everything gets filtered down to this single inventory right here. And then now everything can stack up to 2 billion, which is more than plenty for literally anything that I will ever need. I also threw the upgrades back in since we can kind of handle it with our power now. I just went ahead and cranked all these back up to like 100%. All right, now that we're caught up there, the main goal of this episode is to get to auto crafting AllTheModium. And I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, the recording that I originally had for this got completely scuffed, so I am just gonna try to explain all these auto crafts the best I can. The first one being the arcane crystal dust, which you get from just smelting down arcane crystals, and then Mundabiter, which you get from phantom membranes, the exact same dust, and a bunch of other miscellaneous items. And then to end it all, you just combined it all with some gold and charcoal, and then you get Diorum. We already got nitro crystals through Powa, so that's convenient. I set up a primitive alloy smelter so we can get energetic alloy ingots with just redstone, glowstone, and gold. So simple enough. I made a pulverizer and we broke down apatite and some soul sand so I could create the soul infused ingots, or the soul infused dust, excuse me, which is copper, iron, and that soul sand dust that you get for pulverizing soul sand. And then once you smelt that down, you get your soul infused ingot. The flux infused dust is pretty simple, just redstone and gold dust, just redstone and gold dust. And then you smelt that down and it gives you the flux infused ingot. And then the osmium compressor. And these advanced control circuits are just the basic with the infused alloys. And we've literally been farming those up right here. So we have more than plenty of those. So that was pretty simple. And that gets us the refined glowstone dust. And I also broke the block underneath this energizing orb, and I placed an ME pattern provider. And I have the AllTheModium craft, the blaze mesh craft, and then the nitro crystal craft. And if we jump underneath here, I made a bunch of ME patterns and molecular assemblers along with a CPU so we can just have the auto crafting good to go. I put our alloy smelter right here with the energetic alloy pattern in it. So whenever I ask for an energetic alloy ingot, the computer will send it to this pattern provider and then send the materials to here and then automatically pull them right back out and throw them back in the system. And that's basically what these pattern providers do for whichever machine they're right next to. And there's also a like flat version of this, like right here and right here. And I use them on the induction smelter and on the osmium compressor. And I have osmium just auto exporting directly into this since you'll never put anything else in the bottom of the osmium compressor. So I have these patterns to where all it does is send glowstone dust and refined obsidian dust. It just sends in the dust and then it automatically infuses and then pulls back out. And then I set up that pulverizer right here and threw in this dragon steel integral component, which seems really expensive, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not too bad, figuring we have unlimited dragon heads to break down for this ancient dust, and then these dragon steel ingots are just dragon steel dust smelted up. So that was pretty simple to make, actually. Now that I've got this all explained and everything like that, we can open up our inventory, go to AllTheModium, and if I middle mouse button 10, boom bada bing, it'll automatically craft it all up, just like that. So we have AllTheModium auto craftable. So AllTheModium is craftable now. What is next? What is summoning rituals? Alright, I reckon it's time to make one of these summoning altars and see what it's all about. Alright, let's go place this down and see what happens. can make a philosopher's stone, can't we? Dragon's breath, blaze rods, mana steel, dark nether star. Let's make some obsidian ingots first. Like so. Dark nether star. We need some mana steel. Oh, we gotta get into Britannia to get mana steel. Alright, so let's dabble with a little bit of Britannia and see what we can do there. Where's it at? Britannia? Oh. Dadgum. Okay, here we go. Add an apothecary. Place that down there. So I need water seeds and white petals. Will this grow? It will grow. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I figured out how to get Britannia flowers. Alright, so after an embarrassingly long amount of time, I realized that you can make these floral fertilizers, and this right here will get you your Britannia plants. So to get a pure daisy, we need 4 petals, a bucket, and seeds. So, bucket. And seeds. Nice. You just throw them in. Okay, so, and then I would set this like here. And that won't turn the cherry log, will it? I hope not. And this is converting, right? That's what these particles are. Hey, there it goes. We'll just do 8 more logs and then we'll do 8 more stone. That way you have more than plenty. Alrighty, so we got the stone. Let's check out our quest now. Guess we better grab all this. We'll grab that in a second. Let's take these for now. Alright, now that we've got our stone, we'll make ourselves a mana pool so we can start collecting mana. So the hydrogenia or the endoflame. And how do I go about making these flowers? Alright, after getting that daisy made and the mana pool made, I came up here and I got the rest of the flowers that we needed. So we should have every petal now. 2 of those, and some seeds. Corn seeds. Boom. Now we have this. Alright, so after getting this flower placed down and then our little water source set up so it'll gather like mana, I think we need to make one of these, a mana spreader. Boom. And I believe if we set this like here, there we go. Hey! Flower fills with mana via water. Mana spreader throws it into the pool. And for the endo flower, we needed 2 brown, a red, and a light gray. Okay, so 2 brown, a gray, a red, and a seed. Endo flame, baby. And then if I just set this like here, and then use this to and then if I take out coal, there we go. So that endo flame is like quick. Really quick. Okay, so now that we're just using the endo flames instead and coal to generate mana, and this has gotten quite a bit, should be able to take 2 iron now. Throw it in here. Oh. Throw it in there. Like that. Oh, whoops. Whoa, shit. Okay. So shift right click to take that out. Now to make a philosopher's stone, we need... Okay. Breath, star, steel, blaze rods, TNT? Oh, okay. And there's a Philosopher's Stone. Now we can use this for everything. Alrighty. So now that we have the Philosopher's Stone, jump into our quest book. And to get dark matter, we need Enderium, Sky Steel ingots, AllTheModium, and Netherite scrap. And then the Alternalis fuel block, which is 9 of these. And then this, these, and then regular coal to make alchemical coal. Okay, so after realizing how severely unprepared I was, and like hours of trial and error, and then eventually me giving up and then just following a tutorial, this right here is how we're gonna be making our Aeternalis fuel. Thank you, Chosen Architect, for this setup right here. This makes it to where as soon as we hit 1,000 in our system, it won't make any more right here. This right here is basically an auto crafter. So it gets automatically fed in coal, and then it turns the coal into the alchemical, and then the alchemical into the Mobius, and then the Mobius into the Aeternalis. And then it auto exports the Aeternalis through the ME import export bus. And I just have coal filtered, so it pulls in coal and pulls everything else out. I also have an ME level emitter here, so once our system has 1,000 in it, it will no longer make any more Aeternalis fuel. We can actually turn that up to 2,000, just so we absolutely know we have more than enough. During the trial and error, I made 2 more CPUs because I thought that was the issue, but I actually had this dense smart cable right here, like overloaded with more than 32 channels. So none of the crafts were wanting to complete like they were supposed to. So now I have like everything taken off of this, and I can no longer put any more on this this cable right here. Like this one, this side of this controller block is done for. And with the machines that were right here, I moved them over here to this ME wireless connector that I just brought down right here. This one and this one are connected. And then this is also where we have that crafter. And then I moved our furnace and our alloy smelter right here as well. And I haven't reset up everything for the reaction chamber just yet because I had to disconnect our lava. So we're going to have to figure out a way to get lava back into our system, which shouldn't be too difficult, to be honest. Also, when it comes to the thermal series induction smelter and the pulverizer, I kind of went crazy with the upgrades, and I just made the best ones that I could because I mean we had everything at our disposal to do so. So now we can set up like the auto crafts for some like pretty deep thermal stuff should we get into that, and I'm sure we will eventually. And I believe that is everything that I like ended up doing, and whether it was because I didn't need to or because I did need to. Ah, yes. I also moved our summoning altar from the middle to right here, and then I threw a ME pattern underneath with an import bus with an absorption hopper and then the wireless connector. You need this hopper, you need this absorption hopper with the items because after this completes its craft, it drops it in world, so it has to like actually pick it up. Ah, yes, and this is set with a crafting card to auto craft coal, should it need it. So it'll break down all of our coal blocks. It's crazy to think it went through all of our coal already. I guess that gets expensive because our coal is actually going down. Oh, goodness. Okay. I apologize. This has been a really, really sloppy episode. So, now that we have dark matter automated, dark matter, we can do like 100 of these. Oh, setting it to fast probably would help, huh? It's not uncrafting the coal fast enough. That's my issue. And I should be able to make 101 because it says that this is available. But I don't need that many anymore. We have this many. We can make 8 dark matter blocks, and that completes this quest. Nope, not that one. For Project E, we can continue on. We have dark matter blocks now. Dark matter furnace. And how do you make red matter? So we're gonna have to get into mystical agriculture, mechanism. Ooh. And we need unobtainium. All right, so now that we have these dark matter blocks, we're going to take these and we're going to break those and place that. Now these should be making considerably more power. So so now these generate 45,000 FE a tick. That is exactly what I'm wanting to see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So we won't have to be worrying about power for a long minute. 45 times 8, 2, 3, 4, almost 400k. Okay, so these dark matter blocks were definitely the way to go under these. I wasn't expecting these thermo generators to actually be this useful, because that's way more power than I ever thought I was going to be able to get from these. We got to get into the very basics of Britannia. We automated the crafting of AllTheModium and dark matter. Whether it was intentional or not, we've expanded our AE system to where it'll accommodate everything that we need now or may need for the very close future. I'm still cranking out mechanism parts too. We also got a huge boost to our power thanks to the dark matter, since we can throw dark matter blocks underneath our thermogens. I also set up another quick loot fabricator and simulation chamber, and I threw the wither skeleton in there just so we can get some passive coal going for the Aeternalis, since it's taken a lot more than I thought it was gonna. Well, gamers, that's gonna do it for this one. In the next one, we're gonna be trying to get unobtainium and vibranium, and potentially maybe even get a little into mechanism and try to get our very first footprint into getting red matter. And that's just one step closer to getting the star. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Peace.